As soon as you do, she suddenly grabs your hand and holds onto it as hard as she can. And everyone who is watching are going to watch the corpse, Morrigan, and Lucius are all kind of violently spasming. And as they do, a hole in reality almost opens as everyone watches what happened when this occurred. And they can see people fleeing in terror as skeletons and zombies are chasing the people around, butchering them in the streets. Lucius, you in particular are seeing through the eyes of this poor young woman as she flees with everyone else, trying to take shelter in this little farmhouse. And in their horror, they watch outside as one skeleton wearing bronze plate, who is clearly intelligent and has a bright blue light in where his eyes would be, just takes a torch out, snaps it, throws it in the building, and watches it burn. And you watch in horror through your eyes as your former employee's body, as she tries to fight the fires off of her, and you can feel all of the pain as her body immolates and her flesh melts off. You feel all of this. And then suddenly it stops, and then Lucius collapses. Give me a fortitude save to not puke out your intestine. You are dry heaving, and it feels like you've been doing it for hours when you finally get up. You struggle to see the world again. You look to your hands and notice that they're not on fire. Your body hasn't been torn apart by flames. And everyone is standing there aghast at everything that they just saw, except for Morrigan, who seems to think nothing of it and is just kind of watching with mild curiosity as you're on your hands and knees. Did you learn what you needed to find?
Well, was it undead?
I, unfortunately, was the only one who could not see anything, as I was the medium for the ritual.
Well, would Nicola and I even be there?
The two of you would have returned in time to watch in horror as what the fuck was going on.
What
The
do you mean?
clouds suddenly
What
start to go away, by the way, and the clear skies return.
do you mean in horror? This was an educational experience.
Why would the undead be here?
Fuck if I know. Rampant mage, maybe? At least it has to be a
Fuck,
mage.
I've been muted this
I
whole
guess.
time.
Hey, there you are.
Has
It
to
makes
be a
sense that he
mage.
doesn't really have anything to say.
Has to be
What?
one.
Darkspawn, do not. This.
Mage.
Morgan, what would have raised an army of undead? Tell me.
Letters. Mage. Has to be one. Well, I guess
The undead do not spawn naturally. They are either forced awake by a powerful wizard, or their bodies are inhabited by spirits that seek the first anchor to reality they can find, and happen to find corpses.
Demons.
Don't they need some kind of entryway, though?
It was undead that caused this.
Yes.
That would explain why we cannot find any attackers. If they were summoned, then their bodies were likely destroyed by the sunlight.
No, the bleached bone. That's
Yeah.
the skeletons.
The weight of the tracks matches up as well. Would make sense if they were fleshless or lost most of their weight due to, well, been in graves for a while and rotting.
Why would they have ransacked everything?
I don't know. Imagine you're a wizard who just wants to burn shit. Making undead do it for you seems like a pretty sensible method.
My belief is after the attack happened and this place was written off as destroyed, looters would have come by to pick it clean. I don't believe the looting and the attack happened at the same time.
Certainly possible.
There was an intelligent undead there. Can I make an academia check for basically for that type of a creature, a bronze armored intelligent undead?
Religion work?
You can do that or a religion. Either one will give you a different answer, so let me know what you're going for. Anyone who has either of these skills, all of you saw the same vision, so you can all try it. Lucius
about
just saw it
occultism?
from a different perspective.
Quick question: would my hunted prey apply to this?
No, because you did not actually see this person. You saw a vision of it.
Yeah.
Not enough.
Yeah. I'm going to do academia because that is where my knowledge of this would be from, seeing it in a book.
Okay.
Fuck.
Unfortunately, no one has anything to add
You
to
know
this.
what? It's the end of the session. Oh, it's approaching.
Everyone's gonna
Boy.
cash it.
Oh, never mind.
I've got a little bit of religion, I think.
Before, since you didn't give
Nope.
me an outcome yet, I'm going to use my hero point. Fuck it.
There you go. Somebody at least.
Cash in those 0 points as the session's over.
Why not? They don't stack.
What about occultism?
You can try occultism, though the DC will be higher.
Gotcha. Nick, I think you were trying to say something. Sorry.
Yeah, it's 4 means that I've got like a little bit of it. Then take it. I can actually try the religion.
You can certainly try it.
You can't roll worse than me on religion. There you go.
Fucking Nick is on fire today. Look at that, a 19.
22, 23, 23.
Okay. Okay, so we have occultism, religion, and academia. Does Theo have anything? Is he trying this?
I mean, if you want me to
Theo's like, y'all are a bunch of fucking dorks.
if you want me to do deception, acrobatics, I can jump about, look real nice.
Yeah, I'm here to look cool, not do bookish nerd things.
Yeah, man, I don't, can't do anything.
Okay, we'll start with our religion check, which was Nicola and Drastov.
It's
Nicola.
the hyper squadrons.
Nicola has heard of the second theory. When evil spirits find a tear in the fate that they can escape into reality with, they will inhabit whatever they can find. You have seen proof and have encountered things where spirits have inhabited trees or corpses or animals, and those things obviously behave in very strange ways, but the demon that inhabits them is very limited in its ability. However, there has been actual powerful demons, not just spirits, like pride or anger and wrath, that have inhabited the bodies of fallen mighty warriors that resurrect themselves with all of the ability and martial talents that that warrior used to have, but now with a body that can't feel fear or pain. Drastov, you're pretty sure that this is some witch fuckery and Morrigan is lying to you all.
It's fucking death by hyper squadrons, I tell you.
Adeline,
This guy.
the idea of a revenant, which is what this is known as, is often the embodiment of a pride demon inhabiting the body of a very powerful fallen warrior who awakes with the abilities that that warrior had, his muscle memory, all of his knowledge. And they combine the martial talents of that former warrior with the magical ability that a pride demon can summon. This is an incredibly dangerous entity. Lucius, the thing that was ordering all of the undead was clearly the only one in control of its own mind and was able to direct its minions without a second thought. It was doing it without so much as having to point its hand. This thing is terrifying and immensely powerful, and who knows how many numbers it has. But you also guess with the fact that you found very few bodies, you guess that everyone who was killed here has become a new soldier of this thing.
One of us. One of us.
Dressed is sure this is witch fuckery and everyone is lying to him.
Well, you know what they say. I know what I know, which is that the stone is right and anyone else is wrong. And the stone is telling me this is bullshit.
Ooh, revenants are bad.
Sounds like there's a good challenge for Theodore Humphrey Farquhar von Drac.
A true challenge!
Woo!
Although, these are all knowledge checks. No one has conversed anything. So Theo is still standing there like, y'all are a bunch of dorks.
Give me that fucking lunch money.
I mean, I would explain it all. I would
RP in
explain it all.
game. Put your minds together.
That creature was a revenant. It was a pride demon possessing a corpse.
Right.
That holds up. That's what I was thinking it could have been.
That's not something we can trifle with.
Why not?
Yeah,
Oh,
Revenant
it-
is not something to be fucked with. That is a very serious thing.
All the people that died here, they're it's now.
Well, we should
Your
probably go to Redcliffe and inform them there's a fucking whatever the fuck around.
B. See because I'm from Taventa, would a society check do anything here with the knowledge that people have given me? Like, would I, through other nobility or nobles, hear of them try to do things like this, or maybe great ancestors that they had to try and summon them back? Is that a possibility? Is that doable, or is that just straight up no?
You can try it, but your DC will be very tough.
I mean, I don't think I'm going to learn anything different anyway, because everyone kind of knows what it is.
Hey, Lucius was muted.
Yeah.
What's with y'all muting your mics?
my keyboard
want-
is loud.
Yeah. Keyboard.
Plus, so
I just
people-
use push to talk.
so people can talk as well. Like, if Leon's talking, then I'm not like fucking leaving or laughing down the back.
So you're saying that general undead that was in the bronze armor, that's a revenant.
Theo, you've got
it
nothing
looked like it had
really to add
complete
to it.
control and command.
I give a nod.
Why would that attack your village though?
I have no idea.
It wanted troops.
Well, as of now.
I mean, has something happened to the circle or south of the circle? Like, has something happened there that there's a rogue mage or something? Or
Sure fucking sounds like it. Has to be a powerful one too. What
A
you're saying
rogue
is true.
mage wouldn't do something like this. That's a
You sure
pride
about
demon
that?
that was strong enough in and of itself to break into the real world and possess a corpse.
I mean,
If a mage had something to do with this, the pride demon would have just possessed the mage.
are you sure about that? Like, can you say that with absolute certainty?
I mean, I'm willing to take your word on it. It's just I myself don't really have much knowledge of it. It's just from where I'm from. You obviously hear of these things like mages try to summon in otherworldly entities to try and give them some magical juju, essentially, and make them even stronger. It's just something that I've heard of that can sometimes happen. So I'm not entirely sure. Like, I'm just asking because sometimes an outsider's perspective might help Lucius understand why the fuck an undead revenant has attacked his village. That's just completely random. I don't know why it would do that. Like, obviously,
Signed its death warrant.
I motion my hands to the area around us and the lack of corpses other than those that burned in the barn and the unfortunate beside me.
Right.
I'm 100% confident that at the very least it was looking for more people to add to its.
You know what we could do? We have a track. Me and Nicola found one. We could just follow the track and figure out where the thing went. If it was carrying corpses out of the village, the tracks won't be too difficult either. Because, they weigh a lot.
Can I get a rough idea? Thinking of Ulrich's body that we found, is there a way for me to just give a rough guesstimate? Like, did he die a week ago? Did he die, say, 2 days ago?
Give me another medicine check. You estimate it's been about 4 days.
Okay, guys, listen. I think we've caught all the information we can here. This is so close to Redcliffe. I feel, as much as all of you have indulged me in this, and I owe you for that.
If there's a revenant
We need to
around,
get
then
word to
probably
Redcliffe.
know more on Redcliffe.
yeah, no disrespect
Yes.
meant, but we have.
Yes.
I don't want to say wasted
What I
wasted
can-
enough time, but we've spent enough time
Yes.
here.
I completely forfeit that point, but I will say I think this is valuable. I
Oh, it
believe
absolutely is.
examining Ulrich, he is passed roughly within 4 days.
Well,
Just to give a time frame.
how many people were in the village after we were done checking it? How many people would have lived here? Just a rough estimation.
According to
Can I think
Lucius's
back?
memory, it'd be about
Yeah.
70 people. It was a fairly small village.
So, how many other villages are in the rough vicinity? Give me a guess. Basically, how many people could he have gathered? Because Redcliffe, I'd imagine, has a lot of guards. If I remember, they weren't part of the war effort in Ostergard. So they have all of their troops, right? Because if there's a revenant, we could just tell the people at Redcliffe, and they probably want that thing dead as much as we do.
I'm not going to go
If-
hunting after a revenant, no, especially if the Darkspawn are
Yeah.
loose. That wouldn't make any sense. I
Fair.
think what we should do is theorize this on the way to Redcliffe,
Yeah.
because we need to get
Let's
there
go grab
ASAP.
Bill. And
Last request, and then we can book it. I just think it's only proper, since Redcliffe does have a chantry, I would like to take the bodies to Redcliffe so they can be properly addressed.
That's fair.
And then we can book it after that. That's the last thing I've got.
We can see about traditions if it isn't too terribly taxing on the poor mule. Don't you burn people upstairs?
Hmm?
No, I'm just asking, don't you burn people? I thought you burned people.
I'm not necessarily a religious type. That's not stuff that I burn people. Yeah, sure. It's kind of hazard of the job, but still,
Well, no, I'm
not
genuinely
really
just
religious.
asking because, well, we just put people in giant stone caskets so they, return to the stone. I was just asking, how do you bury your own? Because we just put him into stone caskets and, let him sleep with the.
Is burning on a pyre the general custom in Ferelden? Just out of character. I don't know.
That or burial, either are accepted.
Okay. Well, they were kind of burned in a pyre already, except for Ulrich. I'll just take I'll take Ulrich with, and then I'll take the remains of Asheril with us as well, and I'll just worry about the two of them. The others definitely died in the fire, so there you go, pyre there. But I feel like a certain amount of responsibility for those two, so I'll put those two on the cart, and we can leave.
I hope that this helped you find peace, Lucius.
It gave me answers, but peace is yet to come. I appreciate your willingness to lend your aid, even if, and I look back at Avalon, even if it's made people upset with me.
For purely pragmatic reasons. How far back can this kind of magic summon people? Just purely pragmatic.
The more intact the remains, the better clarity of the vision.
Good.
So if the body is almost completely destroyed or decayed, it'll be harder to understand what it tells us. There are other means, though, more direct ones, to use destroyed bodies.
Well, I'd imagine there is. Just asking for future.
I hope to continue to be of service.
You don't have to play yourself up as a servant. We're not trying to keep you as.
Yeah, we've told you like several times you can leave if you want to. You've chose to stay here.
I may have used the wrong words. I don't believe myself indebted to you. It was me being polite.
So to Redcliffe.
Yep.
To Redcliffe.
To Redcliffe.
So, how much money are we betting that there's some kind of crisis going on in there because of the Revenant? I'm putting down.
Bill looks mildly freaked out still at the weird shit that happened.
Bill, always remember, the undead are more afraid of you than you are of them.
Wow, that
Down to my
poor goat.
biscuits.
That poor goat got caught in the area as well. Goat. He's a mule, right?
Yep.
You,
You don't really
Hey.
want a goat
Got
pulling
killed
all
as
that.
well.
yo, if we can get a giant riding goat, I'll take it in a heartbeat.
No, you need a battle ram.
I'll take a battle round too. I'll take both.
I mean, isn't a battle ram just a giant goat in heavy armor?
Yeah, but battle ram sounds cooler.
Morrigan returns to her seat and sits politely in the carriage.
Time to ride
Well-
Bill towards Red Club.
We have a couple extra bodies with us, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and walk this time because we need space in the cart.
Yeah, I'm not about to sit next to those bodies. I'll just walk through.
It doesn't bother Morrigan.
Squeamish. You are way too squeamish.
I better say it's not necessarily squeamishness; it's just pragmatism. There's not enough space in the cart for 2 corpses and 3 other people.
Oh, so when the old
It's very much
man,
squeamish for me.
when the old man and the noble want to be nice, it's all about it's about fucking shooting their dicks. But when there's fucking 2 dead bodies there, that's where you draw the line. Right? Okay, I see how it is.
So the dwarf and Morrigan are just in the corpse cart.
Bring
Well,
out
Morrigan's
your
in the
dad!
cart. You're on the
Bring
mule.
out your dead.
Bring out the dead. Here he is. I'm not dead. There you are.
Well, you will be soon.
Don't worry, friend. We'll be coming for you later.
All right,
Oh.
everyone. Hopefully you had fun today. That'll be the end of the session.